So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On 2nd down, Freeman. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman with his 16th touchdown of the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really. It's caught inside 25. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. Now it's Crowder. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there, down to the 25. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now Another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And meanwhile, checking in on action down. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look to throw. They're down here in a one-score game. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard. As they get a little bit closer here, it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, that tackle right there, that might have just saved the ball game.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to head down inside the 10-yard line. That final